Navigation Games Orienteering Curriculum. Hi, my name is Barbara Bryant, and I am the president of Navigation Games, a nonprofit dedicated to orienteering-based education and a member club of the Orienteering USA. In this video, I'll talk about the sport of orienteering, why we teach it to kids, how we teach it to kids, and then walk you through a progression of lessons. I'll also talk about the services that Navigation Games provides to schools and school districts and give you additional resources. Orienteering is a sport. It has national and international governing bodies. In orienteering, competitors use a specially made map to find checkpoints in order. Races are held in forested or urban areas. In addition to foot orienteering, there are mountain bike and cross-country ski versions, as well as an adapted sport called Trail O. In score orienteering, instead of visiting checkpoints in a prescribed order, you get to as many as you can in any order within a given time limit. The United States sends teams to international championship competitions each year. Navigation Games has been fortunate over the years to have U.S. orienteering team members on our staff. One of our staff members coached the Cambridge, Massachusetts high school team to victory in the National School Championships. When we started out, we wanted to grow the sport of orienteering in America. However, we soon realized that there were educational benefits far beyond organized sport. We use map-based activities to engage children in outdoor play with the opportunity to build environmental awareness and enjoyment of outdoor spaces. We found that orienteering-based activities build problem-solving and spatial reasoning skills, which are important in STEM education. Students develop teamwork and collaboration and build shared experience in community. In 2014, the United States Olympic and Paralympic Committee, responding to dropping youth sport participation and increasing inequity in access to athletic opportunities, created the American Development Model, advocating universal access and fun, engaging, and progressively challenging activities that are developmentally appropriate. Orienteering USA has adapted that model to orienteering. Navigation Games lesson progressions are aligned with the first couple of stages of this orienteering development model, with an initial focus on exploration, play, and challenge. We also draw from best practices in experiential learning. For example, our activities start off with a minimum of instruction. It's fantastic when kids can make mistakes and learn from them. We build in time for reflective discussion. Students identify the skills they are learning and how those relate both directly and metaphorically to other areas of their lives. Now I'm going to walk you through an example of our curriculum. Our staff deconstructed the sport of orienteering to create a set of learning goals and then built a progressive curriculum that would engage kids in outdoor play, develop their spatial awareness, and build competency at navigation in familiar and unfamiliar terrain. Those learning goals are shown here. An early activity that we do is boundary and gathering. In the boundary run, we just walk around the boundary with the kids and then talk about what's inside and outside the boundary. And in gathering, kids are running around within that boundary and then they practice returning as quickly as possible when the teacher gives a signal. Our animal orienteering game starts by finding all the animal pictures in the area and then finding the animals in the order shown on a card or clue sheet. Children go at their own pace. We encourage them to try the same course again to see if they can get faster and even do it from memory. Afterward, we talk about what happened, eliciting observations about remembering where things are and landmarks. We talk about how you get to know other places in your life. The students learn early on how to check that they visited controls in the correct order, using electronic timing or a manual method. That self-assessment is important to give the children agency and free the teachers up to help children learn from their mistakes. After doing several animal courses, the students draw a map. They examine each other's maps and talk about them. We orient our maps to our surroundings. We play a series of games to find objects, practice giving directions, and work with others. We relate very simple maps to objects laid out in a pattern on the ground. We practice orienting the maps correctly. Our next step is to move to a geometric layout of checkpoints. First, we play animal orienteering again, finding the animals in order. After a couple of rounds of animal courses, we pause and have the students fix mistakes on a map of the checkpoints. Then the children each get their own map showing the control locations, along with animal stickers or magnets. They place the animals on the map from memory and compare their answers with other students. Now we introduce a map, our own map of the geometric pattern of cones. Kids do courses with that map. In the middle of their course, we might blow a whistle, have them freeze, and we check whether their maps are oriented. We then move on to drawing maps and then real orienteering maps. The two main tools of orienteering are a map and a compass. As you've seen, we start off without the map and build up to it. While a compass is a useful tool to keep your map oriented in unfamiliar terrain, we find that it is more confusing than helpful in the early stages of teaching map navigation to children. By starting in familiar or park-like surroundings, children learn to orient the map by relating features on the map to features in the terrain. Our progression continues with the introduction of pictorial representations and standard orienteering maps. Games develop map navigation skills and reinforce keeping your map oriented. The progression can be taught on school grounds or nearby parks. It's great to have the opportunity to get to forested terrain, but a lot can be done without traveling far. Navigation Games provides a number of services to educators. We have our curriculum, which we can adapt for your site. We provide training for educators, help you get maps made, materials. We do demonstration teaching at your school, and we are also available to organize field trips to have an adventure in the woods or on an island. The educator training can happen in person at your location or on an orienteering map. We can do it online or have a hybrid arrangement. You can find out more about our services on our website. We do have a Kickstart orienteering program where we visit your school or district for a day and meet with teachers and do demonstration classes. And there are grants to pay for that. Additional resources, so you can see our lesson plans on our website. And we have both generalized progressions and then examples that we have adapted for specific schools and places. And those progressions are made up of individual activities, and we have documentation of those as well. We sell a beginning orienteering instruction kit on our website. Orienteering USA's youth mapping project will connect you with a cartographer and will manage the map making process. Grants are available for educators to help with the cost. And you can find out more on the Orienteering USA website. We strongly recommend that educators participate in public orienteering events. There's no way to learn about orienteering that's better than actually going and trying it out. And you can find out upcoming events from the Orienteering USA website, which lists all the member clubs, and find the club near you and find their schedule of events. Thank you, and I hope that you get started with teaching orienteering to kids.